Mr. Nate,
Yes, sir.
how are you today?
I am excellent.
How are you now? Are you, what are you doing?
I'm restoring a 1998 Volkswagen
Yeah?
Beetle. Making punch list and finishing final punch list items.
And whereabouts are you on that particular punch list?
We're close, but yet so far, you know, it's sometimes it takes the longest to get the final, you know, detail. That's where we're at. This the little things that no one else can see. So that's what we do.
The guy from,
The island of Anguilla,
right?
and this was his mother's car on the island. And it was in a flood. It was at a restoration shop in St. John's. Went through a huge flood during a hurricane there. He pulled it out of the shop, shipped it over here. We tried to talk him out of doing the restoration because it just needed so many things. I mean, it had been in salt water. He said, no, this car's got a lot of significance and meaning. And I even tried to talk him out of that, even with the significance. So finally, he called back and he said, Mike, I can't let the car go. I got to do this car. You know, it has personal significance and that it belonged to my mother. I want to keep this car. I want to preserve it.
What are you doing, Christian?
I'm detailing this car, getting it ready so that we can eventually get it shipped. It's been here since actually I've been here, and I've got to see it from start to finish.
Really?
One of the first cars actually I got to see from start to finish.
Up here's that 64. Sadly, Rick's not here today.
Yeah.
Is the motor in there?
They're working on it right now. Rick will be back. The Alfa Romeo is, we got the deposit on it yesterday. It's going to Southampton, England.
Yeah.
So it'll be shipped out in the next few weeks.
Mr. George,
What's happening?
how are you?
All right, how are you guys today?
I'm well. What do you got going on today?
Well, we're going to start restoration on a 1970 Chrysler 300.
Yeah, that's this?
That's it there.
Can we go take a look at
Two
it?
city blocks long it is.
Yeah, that is, isn't it? My God.
Very nice car.
Yeah, it's in good shape?
Very rust free. Yeah. Yeah. A few dents, some scratches, but nothing.
Yeah. So what's your plan of attack today?
Well, we have to strip it, have to get all the doors, the hood, the trunk, the loose pieces off, get all the sheet metal down, and then we got to start stripping it to bare metal.
So you pull everything off first to
Yeah,
do that?
yeah, we're gonna take the doors off, take the roof off,
Right.
disassemble the car pretty much down to just a rolling shell. And start stripping it, start repairing.
And how long does that typically take you to do?
Well, we'll have her apart today. We'll start stripping it by the end of the day. But, there's a good 40 hours of
Is
work
it?
just to get it apart.
Take it apart?
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a lot of car.
Yeah, it is a lot of car. It is big.
Yeah.
It makes that Plymouth, that 47 Plymouth look
Yeah,
small, doesn't it?
You can make it, take a quarter panel, so two more of those out of it.
Nice.
It looks like he's getting ready to go in the hood.
Yeah. The hood is huge.
The whole car is huge.
Yeah.
Car by
yeah,
itself.
that's true. It is, man. That's a lot of sheet metal. That's what they built that when sheet metal was cheap. Right?
Yeah.
And you could actually probably stand on that and it wouldn't
That's when you
bend.
run into a phone pole and you back up and go, did we get something?
It's a very rare car.
Yeah, it is.
Extraordinarily rare. And in
Is that-
excellent condition, actually.
Why? What makes
I mean,
it so rare?
Well, they didn't make many Chrysler 300s, and to make
Yeah.
a convertible
Like
on
less than
top of it,
6,000, I think, convertible 300s.
and one to stay in this condition. I remember, I believe this was original owner. Next to in the car.
One owner car,
Really?
original paint, never been repainted.
That looks good. Wow, that looks nice. Holy crap.
This is 1969 Z28. Complete body off restoration, taking it back to all original.
So what are you doing, Bones?
Well, turns out that the deck lid, the holes for the end one were drilled in the wrong spot. So we have to cheat the stripe over so that it looks factory
To original.
or back to original.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
A little modification.
So you're taping to spray right now? Is that the idea?
Yeah, I've got to move the black over cover up all this white here.
Don't put your fingers on it.
I won't. You know I don't touch.
Yeah, I know. Well, you're out of touch, for sure.
Yeah. You know what? Are you still talking?
Oh, I am still talking.
Is he still talking? You can make fun of him now, Bones. This is it. This is it.
You know, the bad part about a paint booth is I can hear him echo. It's bad enough when he first says it. Now I'm reliving each
Yeah.
There was some problems with the original stencil kit that we got. The deck lid had the holes drilled in the wrong spot. Not by us, but we drilled in the wrong spot. So we're going back and repairing, both somebody's original work that worked on the vehicle, as well as part of a malfunction from the graphics company that provided the stencil kit.
Really?
So because of that, we're reworking basically a product that we already had painted.
Oh, so this was already finished and you realized? Oh, you had to redo it.
It was already finished too.
Oh, wow.
He wants a 100% original
Right,
car.
right.
Originally, the stripes were not clear coated. So also because of that, the stripes actually you have to be able to feel them.
Right.
So if you're going to imitate exactly how the car was originally built, and it's important to the customer and important from a show standpoint, they want to be able to come over and feel, and they feel the separation from the base coat of the clear of the deck lid and to the stripes because they were actually laid on top of the paint after the car was painted.
So you have to spray it multiple times to create that, to put the layers of paint?
Correct.
I see.
Yeah, the stripes were put on at the dealership more than they were put on in the factory. So when they were done at the dealership, they sanded down the hood, or they didn't even sand the hood. They just applied the graphics kit to it, sanded inside the taped area, and it just sprayed it, and then peeled the tape off. So you actually had your stripe color sitting on top of the original color. And that's the effect we're trying to produce here.
Now this is a Plymouth.
I love
Talk
this
about
thing.
It's almost
Yeah.
41 Plymouth Coupe. It's
Yeah.
a fairly rare vehicle.
Yeah.
When they brought it in, we said the car really needs, in part we're working with the customer, they've done some of the work, but we told them that we can't paint this vehicle unless the body is finished, because one of the key components in any paint job is the finish of the body.
Yeah.
So because of that, the customer understood, said do whatever you need to do, maybe make some repairs, get the gap lines, mock it up, finish the body, and we're down to pretty much a block and sand on it, and it'll be ready to go in paint. Hopefully it'll be in paint sometime this week.
Should we go see what something's going on over there?
Oh yeah.
And we got
Looks like a meeting.
we got them all, a meeting of the minds.
Retirement home meeting over here, I think.
That ain't right. Come out, Scott. Come out, play, goddammit. How are we today?
Now, we didn't say stop working though.
Oh,
You are
Oh, that
being
ain't
paid,
right.
By the hour?
That
Sure.
ain't right. Man, there is no mercy here.
Hey, before we get started, did you see the Continental?
No, I was going to look at it on the way back. I asked Joey about it this morning.
Yep, got that on yesterday. I think it was yesterday. So
I'm kind of guessing it looks good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
We might show it to TR, but I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, it might be over his knowledge base.
You know, that's not the link in there. So what's going on? What are you
Talk about
doing
the car.
today?
What am I doing today? I am filling holes, scraping. I am doing all kinds of fun stuff.
Just came back from?
Huh?
Just came back from?
They just came back from the sandblaster. Yes. So what I'm doing now is the stuff that the sandblaster couldn't get off. I'm having to hand scrape all that. I'm finding and welding all the holes and stuff shut. Like there was a hole underneath here. I welded that shut. I finished the other side already off, real nice. There's a big hole in that. I had to replace a big patch of steel about this big on the other side. The floor pans back here were right full of holes. I got those all welded up this morning.
Those Twinkies this morning gave you strength,
Yes,
huh?
indeed. I'm telling you. But this is all just full of holes in the back floor
Right.
pan here.
So when you weld these things, that's, I weld, and I use that term incredibly loosely.
But you can't just have at it, right? You gotta.
Oh, you got to be real careful. It's thin.
'Cause it's thin.
It's thin steel, absolutely.
Right.
It's like welding a beer can, basically.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times. The nice part about the sandblasting, it takes away everything and leaves it right down to the bare minimum. So if you know if you've got steel there, there should be enough to weld to. As long as there's an edge, you can weld to it.
So what do you use to weld this? Do you use a special machine?
I use a MIG welder. I am running about 30 thousandths wire on it.
Is that thin?
It's
that-
not real thin. It's pretty much middle of the road. This way we can do. We can also weld frames. We can weld. I've welded up to half-inch plate steel with it. You know, so it's multi-pass welding. But it gives it. It's nice because you can weld really super thin metal, like on this car. Most of the metal on this car looks to be about 21 gauge steel, which is actually very thin. So that's allows me to weld that, and of course, like I said, I can still flip it over and weld the frame on it if I had to. Or,
Nice.
so you see, there's still a lot of stuff falling loose.
Yeah, I hear
here,
it.
but, yeah.
Confetti.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be digging this out for quite some time. So, yep.
Mariachis.
But this,
So how'd you like what they did?
they did a nice
what-
job.
yeah?
They really
What you
did.
expected?
Yeah, they did a nice job. I was very happy with the way it turned out. There's a few spots that I were a little unexpected, like all the rust holes, pinholes in the back floor pan.
Right.
I did not see those before because there was actually a tar underlayment on the top of it. So I did not see that. Like I was saying before, this was probably the worst spot right here. This was all rotted out right in here. This whole edge going all the way down was rotted out. So I took and replaced it, everything from this edge right here all the way out to about here. And that's all new steel in there.
Oh,
Yep.
so what, you have to form that, then you bend that, and
Yeah, what I do is I cut the old piece out, okay,
Right.
and of course now there's also another piece on the inside, so it's actually two panels. Okay, so I cut this outside panel big enough to be able to repair the inside panel. I do the repair on the inside panel, grind it all down inside and out. Then I put my outside, remake my, reform my outside panel, and then I actually weld that in. Now, of course, I hate to use the term, but it's called butt welding. So it can be quite funny. Yeah, exactly. But you actually butt weld, which means you take two pieces of steel and you literally butt weld them right up to each other, so there's no overlap in any way. This way, there's no way for the rust to form or anything else. The only time we overlap steel is if that's the way the car was built.
How come everybody we talk to today is in the hood?
we are in the hood, no? Wait. So, Mr. Mike, what's going on? How you doing?
Just trying to fit a vent tag here on a customer's vehicle. We're trying to get ready to sell for her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nice little kit car. Her husband passed several years ago. It's been sitting, and we're just trying to get it going and find a new owner for it.
Yeah. So, is this a kit card? So, tell me.
It is a 55 MG kit car.
Right.
Body-wise, it has a 71 MGB driveline in the vehicle.
Oh.
And so it's
it is an MG. It's not a Volkswagen.
It is an actual
I'll be
MG
darned.
kit, and I think it'll make somebody a nice little driver someday. We'll get a little cleanup on it.
The runs and everything.
Runs and drives. We had to bleed the brakes and the hydraulic clutch, and other than that, I think she'll be a nice driver for us.
I'm the color guy.
Oh my God.
Speaking of color, holy, that's a bold yellow there.
School bus yellow.
Yeah.
No, it's not school bus yellow.
No?
It's a
Canary?
different color.
Canary yellow.
Mustard?
Mustard.
This could be
bud.
classified. Mustard, it depends. I like
Hey.
spicy mustard.
Yeah.
Sweetheart.
I like me a little brown mustard too.
What are you working on?
I am working on a C10, Chevy C10 seat in here. This is part of it. Trying to keep the cost down, trying to save the foam. I've been steaming the foam and trying to get it, lift it back up again.
That's
Gives
an
it-
art, steaming foam.
That's right, that's right.
Do you use a sound effect? Does that help in what happens? Does
Yeah.
that help? I just want to know.
It helps the steam come
I'm here
out
to
of the pipe.
document.
So this is a part of it that I just got done gluing the vinyl on, and then the other part,
It's the shop puppy.
yeah.
Where's puppy love?
Yeah, she's not gonna be happy I didn't bring her bones.
Oh,
Yeah.
No treat.
it's okay,
I promised
baby.
her, I promised her
Okay.
yesterday and I did not deliver.
Yeah, yeah, I
I
know.
got you.
I
got you.
know.
Go on.
Come
Go
on.
on.
I'll say. That's
Come here,
what-
sweetheart. It's all right. Yeah.
Trying to keep this one simple. It's gonna be like that.
So it's the blue and
It's the silver and blue big
oh.
obese truck out there. It's,
So what's that one to? The yellow thing?
the yellow one is to the great big yellow canary in there with the
Oh yeah,
ghost
yeah.
flames.
Yes.
I have a carpet template to do in that, and then that will be done. So just get this frame together. And then I've got the Packard that I am patterning. Which,
1926 Packard that we
Yes.
keep walking by.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're,
yeah,
With the wood spoked ones? That one?
yeah, we're down to the interior,
we've got
mostly on the interior and some final punch out on it.
yeah,
Mhm.
we've got a. I can show you in here. This is the Packard is quite an involved deal. It's got a series of spring. Oh man, spring pads that I'm trying to debug, get the barn flies out, and this all has to be repacked and retied as per the
Oh,
original.
I see. Like old mattress springs, right?
And
Wow.
then when me and Scott were unveiling the, we took the old upholstery off, this ugly blue stuff here that they had revamped it in, and we found the original upholstery.
It
So-
was underneath the
So they just went
Yes.
right over the
unoriginal
top.
upholstery.
Yeah,
Nice.
they made their own pattern, they just threw it over the top. So
Nice.
we are going to pattern this channel and make it like the original,
Like it
old
was.
school, like the
Mhm.
original. Only we'll use some newer
Fabric.
cotton, yeah, newer fabric. We are using a mohair, which actually that is what this is.
Yeah, we're out there
But it's
shaving.
just-
We're out there shaving the sheep.
Shaving
right
the
now.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Well, I thought it's a mow. Sheep hair or mohair? Is mow an animal?
Mo is,
The sheep's name was Mo.
Ah, it
That's
was.
why.
and there
I
is
got it.
very little, it's a really light color, so it's going to be real tricky. I'm going to try to make the panels and get everything made, and then we'll attach it, and it'll spend as little time in the dirty around here as possible, because it's going to be, it's a light tan, and it's a velvety, like itchy, and yet very expensive.
Nice.
Very
So you're
expensive.
basically trying to replicate a 1926 Packard interior.
Right.
Yeah, that
Cool.
yeah, that cost comes at
A big price.
a big price.
There's not a lot of calls for that
It's
material.
over
Yeah.
$100 a yard.
No kidding.
The fabric.
For the fabric.
And it's what
Wow.
the owner.
And how many yards would it take to do a car like that? What's it going to take?
We're starting out with 12, and
Wow.
hopefully that's plenty.
So just
It's a lot.
$1,200 just for the fabric.
Just for the
Nothing,
fabric.
Nothing else.
not on how to do anything with it. Just the fabric.
There's no
No.
packing, no spraying,
Wow.
No, and
labor.
it
No.
is going to involve a
No
lot
anything.
of hourly, a lot of this here. I have to take apart each piece. I have to mark. I'm just going to
Yeah,
make
it's like
a new
panels,
pattern,
right? Yeah.
and then I'm going to save it because we have another Packard, hopefully coming in a few months, which is very similar to this one. So
Wow.
hopefully I'll be able to use some of that.
And probably we could do TR's Dodge then. Yeah, we can do it in the
You know,
same pattern.
you got a
same-
break.
Sure,
You
why
got it.
not?
Yeah, yeah.
Why not?
It's almost as old as the 26
Oh,
Packard. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. The Packard's in a little better shape though.
Oh, that ain't right.
Oh, was that your car?
The Packard? No, the Dodge
No,
is what
the
he's
Dodge.
talking about. Yeah. Me and Al Bundy.
Yeah.
We got a Dodge.
Is it kind of like Retha?
Yeah.
Is that a deal like that?
No, I
Oh.
think that's what, this was one of the first Dodges they ever made. I think.
Oh,
Yeah. Now
No, it
he's just.
just looks
Wow.
that way.
Yeah. Now he's just abusing me.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you,
you're
Sue.
welcome.
And these are a
Yeah.
couple of projects.
There's a original Nova. The guy bought this brand new. I mean, obviously it's seen better days, but
Yeah.
it's in
Before your time, even.
Yeah, probably. And then this is a actually that's a pretty rare car. It's a 70 Chevelle SS big block car.
Really?
So you know, many times you got to work with what you got.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're we going to walk all the way back? We're taking the
No.
golf cart. That's what I
take the
thought.
cart.
We're winded. You were going to the window.
And there's that Thunder Chicken again, and I have to say my favorite. I love the Lincoln, don't get me wrong, and the muscle cars, but this Pontiac just does something for me.
It's an awesome car.
God, it's
an
just
awesome car.
spec.
Yeah, it's getting ready
Beautiful.
to leave, and we've had it out front a few times during the day. We set some of the cars out front, usually for room, and every day we're seeing, you know, a dozen people stopping by just to take a look at the Pontiac.
Yeah, it is just, God. I'm a two-door car fan anyway, and this thing just, I don't know, it moves me.
It does, and there's a new project coming in, this Chevrolet C10. C4, I think it is. We're getting ready to do that for a husband and wife. They'll be back here shortly. We're getting the final estimate together on it. It's going to be a really, really cool, really cool pickup truck.